presentations on the Panthalassa. This Panthalassa lives in a wet rainforest-like habitat. The scientific name is a Kalama panthalassa. It is a medium-sized organism with scales and a rough interior. It has a long tail and 6 legs. The Panthalassa also has mammillary glands, which are used to feed their young, and instead of ears, the Panthalassa has internal structures on the ears without external structures, allowing it to hear vibrations, as well as provide an excellent sense of hearing.
Physical appearance. Beginning the head region, the Panthalassa has the following features. It has no outer ear structure, instead only the internal structure of the ear. It has a forked tongue and extremely mobile eyes. In the middle region, the stomach is free of scales and instead has mammary glands, and they have medium-sized claws. In the tail region, the tail is long and covered with feathers, and it's also used to mate, and there are bioluminescent tail feathers. And in the epidermis body area, the Panthalassa is covered in scales which range in color from brown to green with small spots of blue, and our organism also has 6 legs.
The Panthalassa is a carnivorous creature, and its main sources of food include mice, rats, rodents, and other small animals. It is an excellent hunter, using all 6 legs to quickly run after prey. It has a forked tongue, sharp canine teeth, slowly stalks prey, pounces and holds prey with claws while sinking teeth into prey's neck until it is dead. The digestive system works quickly. As soon as the organism is swallowed, the stomach of the Panthalassa breaks down the organism and essentially sucks out the nutrients from the meal. That nutrition is spread around from the Panthalassa's body through the bloodstream, and waste is removed through the droppings of the organism after digestion is complete.
When it comes to defense, the Panthalassa has very reliable features which help it detect and also evade predators. The Panthalassa has camouflage features, being brown and green, to blend in with their environment. There are some sensory features the Panthalassa has to detect and evade predators. The Panthalassa has a forked tongue, which allows it to have a heightened sense of smell by collecting scent molecules on the tongue. The ability paired with the Panthalassa's sense of smell allows for a heightened sense of smell. The Panthalassa also has a terrific sense of hearing. Instead of having external ears like other organisms, the Panthalassa does not have an ear structure, but does have the structures of the inner ear, so it can hear. This also allows it to feel vibrations, adding to their sense of hearing.
The Panthalassa is hatched in an egg. After the eggs are laid by the mother Panthalassa, the offspring, it takes 6 weeks in the egg to develop further until they reach to hatch. Once hatched, the offspring will look like the replica of the parent Panthalassa. At an age of a year old, the Panthalassa will leave its parents and go off on its own. During the first year, the young Panthalassa will learn how to defend itself from predators. It also grows slowly in age. The Panthalassa will grow in size and have growth spurts where they will shed their skin and grow larger in an incomplete metamorphosis cycle. One advantage to the Panthalassa growing and developing this way is that because they leave their parents at a young age, they're more independent and they can adapt to their environment changes. A disadvantage is that the juvenile, they are more vulnerable to predators due to lack of parental control in their small age, as they still are developing, making them more susceptible to predators.
So the Panthalassa reproduces through internal fertilization, and the males have a retractable hemipenal structure, which is retractable and located near the bottom of their tails, and it's used during mating. The females also have a specialized urine chamber, which is adapted for carrying multiple offspring at a time, and which have nutrient structures akin to a placental to support embryo development. For the reproduction process, it occurs during the rainforest wet season, which ensures good food and a safe environment for the offspring. There are a few specialized behaviors in the male, which are displayed with the feathered tail, which fans and vibrates to attract a mate. They also secrete pheromones from a small gland along their legs to signal their dominance. The female just shifts in colors to camouflage adapted mammary glands that blend into their exterior.
The Panthalassa uses a few different combinations of respiration. The first is gas exchange through the skin. This is a very useful and important characteristic as it is good for the rainforest humid environment. The scaly outside of the Panthalassa has really fine pores lined with retaining cells that help exchange of gases during times of their rest. When being active, the Panthalassa uses a pair of compact lungs that help maximize oxygen absorption. This system is extremely helpful as the Panthalassa lives both on land and breathes in the water. A closed circulatory system transports the oxygen and nutrients throughout the whole body. The blood is pumped by the heart, which allows nutrients and oxygen to reach every part of the Panthalassa's body. Waste is processed by the Panthalassa's paired kidneys, which then discard the waste.
During heavy rains, it uses its 6 legs and claws to climb to a higher ground, where its feathered tail helps balance on wet vegetation. If there are ever dry conditions, it retracts into dense burrows, reducing water loss through its skin. The organism is a hunter, and it usually has the skills of camouflage to help hide from its prey, like insects and other small animals. They use their great eyesight to help them detect predators. When threatened, they will raise its feathered tail to its predator. It can use its claws for defensive techniques, and during times of change and resource scarcity, it enters a state of hibernation, reducing metabolic activity so that it can conserve its energy. It marks its territory with pheromones, which help it detect scents, ensuring minimal competition for resources during mating or food shortages.
The Panthalassa has 3 more unique aspects, such as bioluminescent tail feathers. Its tail feathers glow. This trait is used to attract prey at night and can be displayed in dim rainforest conditions. The next unique trait is water-hoarding skin. The scales on the Panthalassa contain grooves that channel the rainwater to small storage beneath the skin. This allows the organism to stay hydrated during dry times. Lastly is adaptive camouflage. The Panthalassa changes its body colors to blue, green, or brown based on the surroundings they are in. This key defense mechanism against predators.
This is our Panthalassa. The image is AI generated.